On the one side, India undertakes to take back people who come illegally, but on the other side, we undertake to make mobility and migration more easy, to have working holidays, to have students, to have scholars, to have skilled workers coming to Austria. So this is exactly what we're looking for, what we're striving for in a relationship with other countries. And I'm extremely happy and thankful because we discussed it when I visited Delhi in March, and now, only not even 10 months later, we already have an agreement which we have finalized today. So there, it shows where there's a will, there's a way. We obviously, in the last couple of yesterday and today, we not only discussed bilateral matters. Alice, the world doesn't exist only of bilateral matters, and because that would be easy. This is a visit among friends here in Vienna. But we have seen in the last couple of years, first the pandemic, now the brutal war in Europe, that we need allies, we need friends, and we consider India as an ally and as a friend. India carries a very strong weight when it comes to multilateralism, when it comes to democracy, when it comes to defending a rules-based international system. So we share common interests, we share common values, and I said jokingly coming over here to the press conference, we count on you. We have a war raging here in Europe, not even 500 kilometers away from here, away from Vienna. It is a war on European soil, but it's by no way a European war, because you are sensing the repercussions, and millions of people around the world are suffering from soaring food and energy prices. This is a war with global implications. And in this respect, we count on India. We count on India as a voice of peace, as a voice of reason. And I may say that India always had a tradition of balancing world powers. And I think it's a good sign that India now holds the presidency of G20. And yes, we have high expectations, and I believe that the Indian voice is an important one because we do share another view. Peace can only be done at the negotiation table, never at the battlefield. And you know that, and I know that. And you can be assured that Austria will stand by your side and support whatever action you do, especially focusing in the G20 on food security and other points which are of high necessity for developing countries. And last but not least, there's another region which is of high importance to all of us. It's the Indo-Pacific. You could say the Indo-Pacific is the main artery of the global economy. Austria is an export-oriented country, and whatever happens in the Pacific is of major importance to us. So the geopolitical center of gravity, I believe, in the next couple of years will be this region. And here again, you are a valuable partner with whom to exchange, with whom to see how we can keep up functioning trade routes and supply chains, which are essential not only to Austria, but to world economy. So again, Jai, dear friend, warmest welcome here in Vienna. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm looking forward to all the things we will accomplish in this year where we're celebrating 75 years of diplomatic relations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Alexander. Let me first say to Foreign Minister Schallenberg that I fully share his sentiments and assessment of the state of our relations. Let me also thank you for inviting us to the iconic New Year's concert of the Vienna Philharmonic yesterday. I can't think of a more enjoyable and optimistic way of beginning the new year. It is, of course, an event that is followed throughout the world, but in a way, it is also an occasion for us to express our cultures and respect our cultures. And so certainly there was a strong element of enjoyment, but also a symbolism to my presence yesterday. I was privileged yesterday to meet President Alexander Van der Bellen on that occasion. I would like to thank Chancellor Karl Nehammer for receiving me yesterday afternoon. Our conversation, our extensive conversation yesterday was very valuable in understanding Austria's viewpoint, both about our relationship as well as on current global issues. Today, our discussions took that forward in terms of very detailed consideration of various aspects of our relationship. Let me underline that we view Austria as a serious and consequential partner when it comes to bilateral cooperation. You have experiences and capabilities that are relevant to India's modernization and progress. These are guided by government policies, but ultimately implemented through business transactions. Our commitment today is to take both aspects forward in tandem, and I look forward to concrete initiatives in that regard. We have currently a trade turnover of approximately $2.5 billion. More than 150 Austrian companies are present in India. We would like those numbers also to grow more substantially. Our understanding is that this endeavor will be pursued through government-encouraged business-led meetings in the course of this year. I'm glad to note that India's presence in the Austrian economy has also grown substantially. This is particularly so in the digital and auto industries. There is again scope to grow more here. And the bottom line is really that in the manufacturing domain, the post-COVID world is seeking greater resilience and reliability of supply chains. Similarly, the digital world is putting a greater emphasis on trust and transparency, and we believe that India is part of both solutions. With you, Minister, and with the Chancellor, I had an occasion to talk about the relevance of Make in India and to access the Indian market. I assure you that we will support Austrian companies who step forward in that regard. As I understand, there are many Austrian companies who can more actively contribute to our national priorities. Similarly, our enterprises too can generate value and employment when located in Austria. Our responsibility as ministers is to make sure that such partnerships happen.